Okay, so I'm going to start creating the leg of the bed frame. Now in this case, it's a little bit difficult to look underneath the bed frame with the floor in the way. Now another way of hiding away stuff from view, but not with the method of hiding away, for example like the walls that we did earlier on, just for a short temporary time of isolating this particular object, you can use this icon over here. Right, this icon with the dotted box and the arrow, this is called the isolate select. So whatever object that you have selected, you just click it. It will isolate this object for the time being. Now, once if I want to bring everything back, I just need to click the button again and everything else will just reappear. So let's isolate the bed frame. While it's isolated, I can just turn around, look at the bottom of it, right click. I'm going to go into face mode. I'm going to select these 4 corner faces. Okay, why I'm selecting all 4 at the same time, so when I extrude the legs down, they are all equally length. Okay, so now if I were to start pulling it down, I wouldn't know how much I need to pull down until the floor. So I just click on the isolate select button to bring everything back. Okay, but while the faces were still being selected, now I can click extrude. Okay, you can click from this icon here. This is like a towering icon. Okay, this is the extrude tool, or you can also go to edit mesh. You can find extrude here as well, or the shortcut is Ctrl E. Okay, now so let's extrude. Okay, so once the icon appears, okay, the manipulator for the extrude appears. How do you know this manipulator is for the extrude? It comes with both the move tool and the scale tool as well. Now, so I'm going to click on the move tool. I'm going to move in the z-axis. I'm going to move it down, right? So I'm going to move it down enough until to the point where it intersect with the floor. Okay, you do not want to just put it floating around. Okay, because once when we start to do lighting and so on and so forth, you can see that the object is floating in the air. So it's okay to just protrude it slightly into the floor. Okay, so at least it's touching the floor. Alright, and there you go. Okay, just click anywhere else outside to kind of cancel off the extrude tool or to exit the extrude tool. Right, so this is what I have. Now, so let's take a look at the objective. Later on, we're going to be adding the mattress, so we're going to create this particular inset over here. Okay, so what we can do, we can just select this particular face, click extrude again, and this time down I'm going to just use the arrow and push it down. Okay, be careful not to push it down too much that it goes beyond the other surface at the bottom. Okay, when that happens, you can see this black color surface. Okay, that means you have gone too far out. Okay, so make sure you are just about right. Okay, it's not going beyond the other surface at the bottom. Okay, now and lastly, what I'll do is I will create the headboard for the bed frame. If you can kind of see from the image, it's slightly bigger at the bottom and slightly smaller at the top. Okay, and the width as well, it's not that really that thick. Okay, so we really need to kind of take a look at it here now. So the wall is kind of close here, so what I can do, I can select the bed frame. Maybe I'll just click on the isolate select button. So now I'm more focused on the bed frame. So if I were to just start selecting these faces and extrude, okay, I'm going to get a very thick headboard here, okay, which is not ideal. Now if you want to undo extrude, okay, make sure you press Z, all the way until you don't see the icon anymore. Okay, and then just do a check once in a while to make sure that if I move this particular face, everything else move. Okay, this is to ensure that you don't have a duplicated face, okay, at the same spot, right, which is quite dangerous. Now, so what I'll do is I will create a line. Okay, I will insert a line to make a smaller face than this. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll go to mesh tools. I will click on insert edge loop. Now how insert edge loop works is click it. Okay, look at your mouse icon, it will change into an arrowhead. Now what you do is if you click on the line that goes this way, okay, it's going to create an adjacent line going the other way. Okay, for example, if I click here, okay, you can start to see there's the preview line. If you don't let go of your mouse, okay, you can kind of drag it around to where you want until you are happy with it and you release, the line will appear. Okay, let me undo this. If I were to click on this particular line, okay, it's going to create an adjacent line this way around. Okay, so you get the idea of what insert edge loop does. Now, so what I'll do is I'll insert this way. Okay, just nice over here. And then what I can do to escape or to exit the insert edge loop tool, you can just go to the move tool or press W. Okay, so you exit the tool. Okay, usually I practice this for any other tools that I use. Okay, within this mesh, edit mesh or mesh tools, if I want to exit the tool, I just press W. Now, so with this, I can select the face. Let's select these three faces, and I'm going to extrude. Now when I want to extrude, maybe I'll bring back the wall so I know how high I should extrude it. Let's take a look once more at the picture. There's a little bit of a gap here. Okay, let's extrude it up. Okay, let's move it around a little bit, have a look at it until I'm happy or you're happy with it. Once you're okay, click anywhere to release the tool. Now remember that the top is slightly smaller in size than the bottom. Now what I can do is I can change to the edge tool, select these edges, these three edges at the top, and simply just use the move tool to move it in. Okay, if you're happy about it, alright, there you go. Happy about it, just escape, go back to object mode, and there you go. Okay, just completed the bed frame. Okay, let's go back to the bookmark and have a look at it. There you go.